Well, hey guys, listen, I'm out at George Ward today and I'm going to try out the Innnova Starter set just to have some fun, try it out. But I'm also here because I lost a good friend on Saturday, Tom Monroe, number 33 PDGA number. He's basically been called the Johnny Appleseed of disc golf. He lost his fight with cancer, and this was the place where I met him, knew him for years. This was his spot. He took care of this course. And so this is kind of an honor to Tom. So I'm going to play with the AVRs and the Shark and the Leopard, I believe. Now, one thing I noticed when I took these out just to check them is they are all lightweight. So we're dealing with a 146 Leopard, a 148 Shark, and a 146 AVR. So great for beginners. We'll see how I do with them today, but I'm going to take you along with me. Let's go have some fun, and let's have a round for Tom.
Welcome to George Ward Park. I'm Tom Monroe, course pro, PDJ number 33. This is the most popular course in town. Park in the middle, 9 holes on one side, 9 on the other. Home of the super tournament every year called the Mega Bowl. This year we had 250 players, and this is also the home for Wednesday and Sunday afternoon activities.
I thought about actually trying these discs out and warming up, but that would be so out of character for me to do it. So yeah, I'm just going to step up, throw my first shot, and we're just going to go. So just for the record, the Leopard is a 6.5 -2.1. The Shark runs you a 4.402, and the AVR is a 2.301, and really light. So I'm going to add an extra. This is going to be real flippy. I'm going to play to the yellows, give myself a little challenge here. I'm not going to play to the shorts, I'm going to play to a little bit longer. OB. It actually held up better than I thought. It didn't flip over as much. All right, let's try the Shark. All right, well, keeping it par, keeping it par. A little interesting with the lighter weight, but we should get used to it by hole 18. All right, I'm gonna throw this one flat just to get a good ride and see how it does. Definitely turning over, but not as much as I expected. It tried to fight out a little bit at the end. I can work with that. So another thing, when COVID hit, they shut down this course, and Tom came over for about almost a year, I guess, and set up shop. He had a van where he'd sell discs and give lessons and all. For about a year, he was over at Inverness, and so we spent a good bit of time over there talking about life, and he was so integral in disc golf. I mean, back in the day, back in the 90s, he was an institution that he was the man even back then. If you don't know who Tom is, just do a Google search. There are all kinds of stuff on him. We're gonna miss him. This thing was actually flying farther out and I clipped that tree and bounced back. Okay, the AVR pulls a little. I gotta be a little more gentle with it. Got a guy down there working on his flick approaches. I like it. Uh-oh. That was a bad throw that worked out way better than it should have. So it's just DGB, Disc Golf Birmingham. Take care. So it's a little windy out here too, so that AVR, light, floaty, gotta keep an eye on it. Plus I was trying to rush because the guy's catching up with me. All right, I'm gonna go for the yellow basket on this one, just to see how the shark does. With a little wind coming across, let's see how the lighter shark does. Oh, well, let's try the AVR too, just. All right. I didn't really throw that AVR real well, but good to know. Nope. Yeah, it's still flippy. I thought I'd put enough hyzer, but not enough. I can't tell. It's not quite super flippy Valkyrie flippy, but it's almost, and I need to start throwing it like that. Long par 4, not the hole I need to be a little short. I was going to try to go around that branch, but it's too far. Gotta keep it low, get it under it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that surprised myself. I didn't think I hit that one as well as I did. I thought I'd smack that limb. Something about that lightweight, I'm just pulling across. So now we're going into headwind, so this should be interesting. Trying to get up on top of the hill. Well, I got a good ride. I hope you saw. I think I tried to throw like this. We'll have to see in the video. But I mean, I tried to crank it to hyzer it, and it never even gave it a chance. Good ride, but not what I was aiming for. All I had was one window, and I knew I was gonna hit that tree blocking it, but all I could do was try. That's really a shame because I got good distance on that drive. Just weird placement. All right, I need this one. What do we say, folks? Poop. I didn't think this was going to be the bogey hole. Well, hey, the pressure's off to go bogey free, so there's that. Even though Tom's been gone for about a year or so from here, knowing he's gone, just hurts. Feels a little hollow walking through here. If you play disc golf in the Southeast, you need to say a little thanks to Tom and pray for his wife, Denise, you know, dealing with all the aftermath. Yeah. Jarrett just about rang one up back there. I thought you made that one shot. That was a good shot. Okay, that way is Anheuser, this way is Heiser. Yeah, you'll get it. They're weird names. Get it. Oh. All right, put this one in. I'll get it on camera if you put it in. No pressure. Man, I thought you had it. Fight back. Yeah, I just wish it had a little bit more fight at the end. It's a good turn, but it holds it a little longer than I like, but still having fun with it. Terrible color. I mean, colorblind guy throwing a green disc. Yeah. Oh, little funny side story. Yesterday I was filming some stuff out at Inverness, and I go to my Circle K. I try to visit the same stores, like if I'm getting gas or whatever, so I get to know the people there. And I know the manager there, talk to her a lot. And I walk in yesterday and she goes, "Ooh, green is not your color." I was wearing a light green shirt. And I went, "Oh, that's great, because I just filmed an hour of video with it, so that's good to know." So if you're watching me for fashion sense, you are going to be in pain. And what's crazy is I used to be a visual merchandiser for both Steinmart and Macy's, and I'm colorblind. So yeah, I never do things right or normal. I was an art major too. But anyway, sorry if my fashion sense doesn't win any awards, but yeah, you get what you pay for. And this is free YouTube. Bush in the way. Headwind uphill. That one's gonna curl. Never mind. Rejected. Never even saw that branch, but I squared it up pretty good. That headwind lifted it and it was pulling it farther right, so it wasn't gonna be great to begin with, but man, I got a long throw now. It's a par 3. Sorry. Man, I can't get that on enough hyzer to actually hyzer. Yeah, looks like bogey number 2. I was aiming for you. Ah. You too, guys. Have fun. Oh, kitty. Headwind. Made a little extra flippy. I also think just because it's hit a few things, it's that base plastic, it's getting slightly flippier with every throw. All right, finally made a putt. I'm having to try to go a little nose up, a little floaty, spinny, just get it hover in there. That worked out. Don't expect any more of those. I threw that with about as much hyzer as I possibly could, and I thought it was going to fight back, and it still managed to peel over to the right. Dang it. I think what it is, it just doesn't have any turn at the end, any fight back, so it just kind of keeps holding that. Man, I need one tick more and it would just do that nice little fade back to the left, or at least just straighten out would be nice. But I mean, I'm being very picky. It's going to be great for beginners, and at least what these are for. You want them more understable. I'm just, being my usual curmudgeon self. That's right, buy your Innnova Starter set today. Only 19, I don't know. I think it was like 25, 26. And figure out which basket placement. I kind of forgot. This is the hole that somebody stole the basket on, so there is no basket here. I'm gonna play to the, just to the pole and pretend the basket's there. Being that it's light, I got worried about the extra float and I just threw it low into a stump. Nice thing is I can pretend I made the putt all day long. So, never mind. No, that wouldn't have made it. In my mind, I was gonna hit the pole and say, told you. It was gonna float down perfectly and go. Fantasy, reality. If y'all could crawl into my head sometimes, it's a scary place. So I haven't been able to throw the AVR much. So let's try it on this one. Stinker. It actually flew pretty well. I wish I'd missed that tree to see how it ended. I'm gonna try the shark. It kind of reminds me of the glitch a little bit, in that you know it's just going to glide. And so for those touchy shots, you're just a little hesitant. I barely touched that and it went right by the basket. All right, we've got a left to right headwind coming through here. I might just have to go with the shark for a little bit more stability, but this should be interesting. Because, yeah, no telling. Hey, any of y'all ever see The Man with the Golden Gun, James Bond? This little bridge here reminds me of the bridge in Thailand. Got a nice curve to it. So whenever I run, I pretend I'm the car doing the barrel roll through it. It's pretty goofy and childish, but that's what I think of every time I go over that bridge. Man, growing up, James Bond was the stuff. I'm just saying. Now, are you a Roger Moore, Sean Connery? Those are the only ones we're talking about now. I like the newer stuff, but back in the day, those were the only two that you argued over. So let me know which one you preferred. Oh, I tried to miss that one. I was all set to ride my motorcycle this morning. I literally put on my jacket and I'm grabbing my stuff to go put it in saddlebags to open up the garage. And even though the weather said, I think it was about 56, it's that cold, kind of heavy 56. I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm a wimp when it comes to cold. I thought it was going to be sunny and nice, and I think it's a good choice that I didn't bring my motorcycle, because I would have been freezing. I know you folks up north are going, wimp. I'll take it. Yeah, totally a wimp. And if I was just coming here, I would have ridden it. I've got to go here, then to the disc golf store, then to Ultimate. It's just sometimes it's just a matter of carrying stuff, because I want to do another practice session in the nets, so I want to bring all my discs. So it's cold and carrying crap. I'm gonna try my shark again. I like that flight and I want to test a little more. I'm tired of throwing the leopard. While we're here, let's try the AVR. Stud. There's a good example why when you're practicing putting, you want to practice with the same disc, the same weight or whatever. It just, you get used to a rhythm. And first of all, I'm not the greatest putter this way, hence the flick putt, but also just the feeling of the disc. In my mind, I'm playing games with that disc. Does this make sense? In my mind, as I'm setting up to putt, I'm thinking about how this is lightweight, do I like the rim, all this stuff. I've got a lot of extra mental energy going in that isn't about my form. It's battling all that. So anyway, just another, if you haven't seen, Robbie did a thing on putting and practicing putting and using the same type of disc, so that you always kind of, you're reinforcing that same motion. You're drilling in so that it just, you're eliminating. I'm a big fan of eliminating chaos. Getting it in your head, I know what to do with this. I know this feel, I know this throw, and just settling into it and just making the shot. So if you can avoid having extra mental energy, like different discs and stuff like that, I think it'll help. But that's just me. Who am I? I'm kind of a crazy old person throwing plastic frisbees in the park. And I also totally forgot about the yellow basket. I went to the normal one. This has been the traditional one for forever. Even though I forgot about that one, this one just feels right because we're playing Tom's course, so this is where we need to throw. All right, I moved the microphone off my hat to here. I've been struggling with migraines for over 4 months now, just kind of low grade most of the time. But I couldn't tell if just that up there was also triggering it, but my head was hurting a little bit, so we're going back here. All right, I'm going to pivot and go to the short basket because this guy walking by. It's just people. That's the thing. You get the Walking Dead wandering around here. So if you play on parks, courses, do you get the Walking Dead reference? How people will just show out of the strangest places right as you're about to throw, or cut across the field. I mean, you can't even understand where they came from, but the timing is almost always perfect to just, where'd they come from? And there they go, and they'll wander back and forth. And yeah, it's a unique thing when you play in parks to watch other people wandering around parks. That's about the best I can say. My favorite is a buddy told me one time they came around the corner and a family had lined the basket with aluminum foil and were barbecuing chickens, hanging them off the chains. That's some good stuff right there. That story's tough to beat. Could you tell with this wind I was just going for a layup? Here we go, last hole. Dang it, this guy's showing up again. I gotta go ahead and throw. So if you've never thrown a shark, a lot of you probably thrown a Mako 3, which is a version of the shark. The shark was such a great disc, still is a great disc. It would battle out the rock in the day. You either were kind of a rock thrower or a shark thrower. Such a good, reliable disc. Still a good disc. Wind behind me, didn't trust it. All right, well there you go guys. I think I ended around par, but the score doesn't really matter. Just a good time walking around thinking about Tom. Yeah. It's good to know you, Tom. Anyway, hey, these discs are great for your early beginners, especially kids and women, or people that just don't have a lot of strength, older folks. These are gonna be great because they're lighter weight. They're gonna be perfect for you. Once you start throwing a little bit further, they're just gonna be a little bit too light and flippy. But hey, it's not bad. I mean, get you started. I think it was like 25 bucks or something like that. Yeah, definitely worth it. Overall, just kind of a melancholy day, good and bad. Glad I could spend a little time out here, and I appreciate you coming along with me, and I hope to see you out on the course.